All right, everyone, here's a quick example of how to find the volume of a cylinder. So to begin, what I do is I'm just going to look at the information I have. Right here, I have 13 centimeters. So the 13 centimeters is the height. And then right here, I've got 4 centimeters. And because that is half the distance, so it's not the whole distance across, it's just half. And because it's just half of that distance across, what it is it's the radius. So I'll just add that information in real quick. That's the radius. So that's the messiest radius on Earth. Let me just erase that again. That's the radius. That's better. So volume equals pi r squared h. So pi r squared h. And between each one of those letters is a multiply sign. So there's a multiply here and a multiply here. So the next thing I'll do is I'll write my equal sign. So we have pi equals r squared, which would be 4 to the power of 2 times h, which is 13. So again, there's a multiply sign here and a multiply sign here. Don't forget that on your calculator, when you see 4 squared, that means 4 times 4. It's not 4 times 2, but it's 4 times 4. There's also a button on your calculator that will let you do that. So the next thing I'll do is I'll type that all in on my calculator, and I'm going to go with pi times 4 squared times 13 to get, I get the final answer of 653.45 centimeters cubed to the power of 3. So there's my first example, and that's a pretty straightforward one. We'll just look at the next one here. So the next one's a little bit trickier because now we've got our radius, and our radius is not just the radius, but it's all the way across. So it's 3 millimeters is the diameter given. So that's diameter. And remember that radius is equal to half the diameter. So I'll just take 3 millimeters, divide by 2 to get 1.5. So our radius here is 1.5 millimeters. So don't be fooled by examples like these where I give you the whole way across versus the diameter. You must use a radius and you must divide by 2. So now you're ready. Volume equals pi r squared h. Do not forget that it's multiply in between each one of these. So it's a multiply sign between pi and r, and a multiply sign between r squared and h. So I have a little bit of a runny nose. It's going to be pi times 1.5 squared, and that's not 1.5 times 2, it's 1.5 times 1.5 times h, which is 5 millimeters. And do not forget that in between each one of these is a multiply sign. On my calculator, I then write in pi times 1.5 squared times 5 to get, still in blue, I'll just keep it there, 35.34 millimeters cubed. I hope that helps you out on how to find the volume of a cylinder given radius or diameter.